Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Minecraft from the JFS server. Whitelisted Season 3. We still have no update when Season 4 is coming. It's gonna be with 1.13. When is 1.13 coming? Nobody knows. Maybe Mojang knows, but we don't really know. They're doing pre-releases currently, and that's basically that. So what am I doing here on the old server that I'm kind of done with? Well, I was watching a video a few days ago from Cone Dodger, who is a content creator, friend of Minecraft, more specifically a friend of Kurt. I guess friend of more than just Kurt now, but he was added to the Minecraft Minecraft server, which doesn't mean he's a Minecraft or anything, but he's playing there and stuff. That's not the important part. While I was watching this video, I paid attention to some of the things he was saying, which kind of made me think a little bit, like, because he was basically going on about well, his stuff was just gonna be like him talking, doing random stuff, whatever, and a lot of creepers exploding here. Hopefully I can manage to gather my thoughts while doing this. So yeah, just hanging out, talking about whatever's on his mind, stuff like that, and that actually made me think, and actually made me think back of like the earlier stuff I did, or it was more like, say, more personal. Like there are definitely episodes where I like showed stuff off, or we had the game shows, or there was some role playing and stuff like that, and that's all fine, that's all good, and it's definitely something that's that works. But thinking back to it, and like I remember like the thing that for like most content creators, and it's different for everybody, that made watch people doing Minecraft was often like the personalities and like people telling stories. I definitely like the roleplay aspect of like the stuff on Minecraft, like the lawsuit and whatever. And it doesn't have some value, and like for my part, I remember very much enjoyed on this server doing like all the Flux stuff and all other crazy things, and that will definitely like be something that will always be something I will value and find fun. But at the same time, like I can value some real talk. Let's call that. Like Ace from the server, he's very good at that. Just talking about what's going on in his life, what he's doing and stuff like that. And some people might find that interesting, some people might not. But what the hell, like, it's not like there's a lot of people watching this, and there will never be, and that's not even a goal from this. Oh my god, so many mobs everywhere. Thank god I'm very well protected. So yeah, that brings me to like the future of my stuff, because honestly I've been thinking a lot about the content I create, and like I never had an issue necessarily with the content I've created for the JFS server, because well, the only problem I really had was I don't feel like I did enough, because I spent like a ton of hours on here, and like the comparison to how many episodes I made from that isn't really that great. But that is what it is. But at the same time, I felt like, well, I will definitely like. Actually, let's rewind. I was definitely thinking, what do I need? Do I want to? Not as much do I want to continue do this, but what do I want to do going forward? Because honestly, the thing is, I don't care really that many people watch my stuff. And if I did, I definitely shouldn't make videos because it's never gonna happen. So with the difference between, I would say, between my let's plays of like playthroughs of games and a let's play, yeah, I guess we still call that, of something like Minecraft here on JFS or something like that, is I know for a fact that people will actually watch this. And I would hope enjoy this. And they're interested to see what I make. They might be interested to see what I say. And that's value. Even though it might not be 100 people watching. It might be, I don't know, 10, 15 people, whatever. It doesn't really matter. As long as as somebody's watching it, and I'm not just doing it totally for myself. Like, it's definitely something I want to do for myself as well, because it's kind of a creative outlet that I want to fulfill, and like, especially when I get to do like the more creative stuff on like the video wise, definitely get some creative juices flowing and fulfill some needs, because yeah, you kind of need to have a creative outlet somehow. And well, it's not always easy to come up with ideas, and basically often I just do whatever I want when it comes to mind. But still, like, just making a video like this or talking or something does still work as a creative outlet. Oh, I just and that's why Killer has more bad kills than me. That's the only one though. But so yeah, what I was thinking a lot about, like I definitely didn't want to like stop doing videos totally. My plan was either way, like I was still gonna do the UHC videos because I found value in them, and it's fun, and kind of it's pretty easy as well to do those. But like, yeah, I wasn't really sure if I should continue doing other stuff. I was kind of knew that I would do more like JFS next season and stuff like that. But I really weren't that completely sure that I wanted to. But like, thinking about it, yeah, I definitely think it's something that I'm gonna continue doing, and I think it's the right decision. Oh crap. So yeah, so what I was saying, so I kind of feel like doing like a normal let's play of a game is kind of, it's kind of not worth it for my sake, because like if nobody's watching it, I'm just doing it totally for myself, and then I might just as well just play the games for myself, and that would be the same. And that's like, judging by the let's plays I have done, it's kind of like the feeling I get. I won't totally rule out that I would make a let's play like that for some games, but like most likely it would be like like smaller games, like max 10-hour games or something, not like longer games, because I think at this point I've been through all the kind of genres that I usually play. I set the goal when I started YouTubing again that I wanted to do the whole, are you kidding me? The whole Longest Journeys series, and I'm finishing that as of this recording tomorrow. That'll be the last episode that goes up, so basically that would be my, like, the goodbye to doing those kind of let's plays, most likely, because I don't feel the value in them. And it's not like, it's really not worth the effort, in my opinion. And I'm not sure at the same time, I don't feel like I'm necessarily good at that kind of content. It's definitely hard, like, nope, there's not a lot of people watching that. You have to, unless you have a name. And at the same time, there's not a lot of things you can do with it. It's more like it's just doing a playthrough. It's basically just your reactions, or like in some cases how skilled you are at some game, and yeah, it doesn't really work, and it's been done, and now it's time to move on. But I definitely like, and that's probably mostly gonna be for like I don't know how much else I'm actually gonna do on the channel. Time will tell. If I would definitely, if I'm gonna do some co-op with somebody, I could definitely see myself. Doesn't matter if it's Minecraft or any other game. Basically, if I feel it's right for it, I might record it and do let's plays of it. But other than that, it has to be something that's kind of something that's kind of creative or different for it to actually work. I could still see like doing like maybe, and that's a maybe, doing a let's play of a game, but just not do it in video format, just do it in streaming format, and then do like more, like a lot more hours than, well, that was dumb. Then I would like obviously doing a video, but I'm not sure about that because I'm still like, I'm not sure about streaming. I don't know really. I'm not that huge into streaming, but I would say it's at least possible. But mostly like I want to make the content that I make either like fun or creative or personal, and bring like put more myself into it. And I kind of think I already do to some degree, especially with the crazy videos, because that's how my mind works. In most cases, it's I have some crazy idea and I just have to do it, which has been the case with some pranks, with the Ding Chong stuff, and the Nutshapple stuff, and what else have I done? kind of feel like I've done something else. But I don't really like. If I really feel like it, I think like the biggest reason there would be a lot of videos on my channel, which I kind of doubt, would be if I like really found a lot of things I want to talk about from my daily life, and just sometimes it's good to talk about stuff, say things, get them out and just say them and think about it. Maybe at the same time, maybe you help somebody else that has been that is going through something or has been through something, because in a lot of cases my life has been a roller coaster of emotions. So I would imagine there can be some stuff that can that might be helpful for other people, because yeah, I'm no spring chicken. I'm good old 34 years old, and obviously I have some experience in life, both good and bad. And it could be either like, well, there's a lot of things that could be like just general things that I find interesting or find annoying or want to rant about or something. And like, people definitely want different stuff, and I don't know if it's necessarily what people want, but I think it's something that at least can be considered interesting for some people. Some people will like the straight up stuff, straight up, this is buildings. I'm very impressed with all builds, and I'm super good at builds, or something along those lines, or super gameplay oriented. Well, still gonna be some of that, I would say, but like at the same time, I don't feel like that's why I don't think people necessarily want to see that. I think some of like making videos is also about like learning about people, learning things that you might be able to apply in your own life, or maybe it might give you a certain opinion of something, or it might change your mind. But what do I know? But like, basically, also just thinking about what I like to watch, to some degree, or have liked to watch. I used to watch a lot of like Goot's videos, because he was basically just talking about whatever shit was happening in his life. And that's kind of what the thing, like, which started all with what Cohen was saying. Like, well, he doesn't necessarily like would have super exciting things to do like every episode, but like just talking about whatever shit is on his mind. And then at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter too much if too many people watch it. You could call it, to some degree, it's almost like therapy for yourself, just talking about stuff. And who doesn't need that to some degree? Or like, if something I say would help some person in a similar situation or in a different situation or whatever, or make people think about something, it's a win, basically. In my opinion, and in some cases I will say I'm very opinionated. See, I'm not even sure why I'm caving here, and I imagine like that's at least what I'm thinking right now. That I'll have a lot of talkative episodes when we start the next season. If I do, I don't know if I'm gonna do more on this season. It kind of depends on like when does the next season start. Like we need Mojang to finish the update before we can do that. And if I kind of feel like I want to talk about something, well, I'm just gonna do that, doing something on this server because that's just how it is, I guess. So like in this video, the footage is basically whatever because I've just walking around caving, actually not taking any minerals or any materials because I don't need anything. That would be different when we get to a new season. I'll definitely be doing something, but also I might just be caving. Like dream scenario would always obviously be to get some like comments and some questions on the videos, or just in general that could turn into discussions or future subjects and stuff like that. But either way, like you can't really expect that. That's like YouTube works less and less like that now, and especially if you don't have a lot of views. And to those few guys who actually watch this, why? No. There's not a huge chance that we'll leave like you would get a comment or you would get the questions or something, and that's basically just something from doing this for a number of years. But it still works. It definitely works, and I don't like. If I didn't like doing it, I wouldn't do it. That's as simple. I learned back a few years prior to actually doing this channel that I'm working on now, both with Danish and English channels. My previous channel was doing quite alright, but it was built on something different, and like watching it back now, the quality is crap. I was using a Turtle Beach X11 headset as a mic, and yeah, that was definitely not something that anybody would watch like now, because of like I'm not saying for me, I'm not saying I have great audio now or anything, even though I have a pretty decent mic that a lot of like I know a lot of streamers and YouTubers use it, or at least did when I bought it. It's an Audio Technica HE 2020 Plus. But I don't know a lot of things about like sound editing or actually I'm sitting in a room that's not perfect for sound anyways. I haven't really invested in a lot of things for it. Like I don't have like a pop filter or anything, to be honest. I have a microphone arm thing, and I have the microphone. That's basically it. But yeah. Basically, like I wouldn't do this if I didn't want to, and that's just what I've learned. it can easily be, if you think that you can become something doing this nowadays, it's possible, but at the same time it's basically impossible. Especially with videos, like video game videos, because not a lot of people is watching that. Like, well, there's still people watching that, but it's definitely like reserved for the bigger channels. And at the same time, a lot of the bigger channels have moved on to streaming, which personally I found sad, because I don't think the content is great anymore. Like a lot of the people I personally follow, I don't really watch their content necessarily, because I don't think their content is good when they're streaming. I don't really regularly watch people streaming, because I don't find it interesting. Like, at least there was some effort put into when you're streaming. When you're making a video, you have to edit the video. I know in some cases that you could basically just do whatever, but like, I don't know how. Personally, I don't find it interesting. Not as a viewer. I don't see any. I don't want, like, I'm not interested in a streamer yelling out my name because I donated $5. Personally, I don't. I imagine, well, some people like that, and especially kids, special that their hero streamer yells out their name. But I never really cared about stuff like that, and that kind of ruins the experience for me, at least. So, hey guy, I was gonna see. What? Why are you running around like that, idiot? Idiot. And I kind of think it ruins like the whole experience. Definitely, like, the thing, like, if you can chat with your viewers, I think it can add stuff. But I would still say it's very, like, if you need a very limited group of viewers for that to actually work, because if you have like thousands of viewers, you can't really have conversations with so many people, and it's basically just a wall of text that nobody ever reads, or apparently they do, just like people responding to other people's YouTube comments. I don't know how the fuck that happens, but they apparently do. Well, they used to do it. I don't know if people actually respond to, or even well, people do post comments on YouTube videos. That's not, that's still a thing, but I don't know really how that happens. There's a lot of things I don't get about the internet. It's probably because I'm older than the average bear. I don't know, how old is the average bear? But I grew up without internet, actually. And there's a lot of silly things on the internet, but I could go on, and I might do that in a future episode. Who knows? There's a lot of things I could talk about, and some of them might be interesting, and some of them might not, and yeah, whatever. So I've been rambling close to 30 minutes. I was caving, now I'm flying around. I don't know what happened there, but that's what I do. Yeah, hopefully you did enjoy. Looks like there's been a creep out here. I'm pretty far away, am I? Yeah. Damn. There's a portal out here. I want to see where this leads. Distractions. I expanded another hub so you... Oh, is that... That's somebody's. Can't remember his name right now. Anyways, with that said, and with that ramble, I'm ready for more rambles, hopefully. So, thank you for watching and listening, and I'll see you in the next episode or video. Bye-bye.